everybody, and welcome to Maplewood, Minnesota, and Aldridge Arena, home to the Pioneers from Hill Murray. Tonight, the Hornets from Edina are in town to take on your Pioneers. Alongside Luke Howitt, I'm Jeff Brand. Glad to have you with us.
Should be an exceptional game tonight, Jeb. A couple teams coming in with unblemished records to this point, and they always play it tight, so it should be a fun one here this evening.
Absolutely. Last year in the semifinals of the state tournament, these two teams met up as well, Luke.
That's right, they did, and that was another tight game. Hill Murray ended up prevailing in that one with a goal in the third from Laura Anderson. They won 2-1 in that one, out shooting the Hornets 47-19 en route to a state championship.
Hill Murray had a strong edge in shots in that game as they peppered the netminder with 47. Edina on the other side with only 19, but nevertheless a 2-1 victory for the Pioneers to send them on to the state championship, in which they eventually won that game as well. As we take a look at the standings, the Hornets from Edina out of the Lake Conference, Luke, currently sit behind Eden Prairie at the moment.
Yeah, you take a look there, they're sitting at 6-0, but they are behind Wayzata and Minnetonka at the time. That's a really tight division in those Lake standings, Jeb.
On the other side, the Metro East standings, the Pioneers sit atop Metro East at this point.
Yeah, they are still unblemished, Jeb, 7-0 overall, and they're sitting just above North Tartan, who's at 6-3, and Hastings at 6-2-1, but they are on top right now as you take a look there on the Lake standings.
As we get set for tonight, the rematch between the Hornets and the Pioneers, Edina, as you can see, comes in with a very strong penalty kill percent at 88.9 thus far.
Yeah, they've been a very good defensive team, as have the Pioneers. You take a look at their penalty kill percentage, 100%, power play 22.7. They're averaging over 40 shots per game, Jeb. So pretty impressive. 4 state tournament appearances for the Pioneers and 5 for the Hornets.
Both schools strongly represented in the state tournament. As we get set, a couple of key players to keep an eye on for the Hornets. Number 12, Lolita Fiddler.
Yeah, she's been fantastic, Jeb. She had a goal in that game last year in the semifinals of the state tournament against the Pioneers. She's been fantastic this season, and they expect big things from her. She's got 3 game-winning goals already this season.
On the other side, for the Pioneers, they rely heavily on senior number 3, Laura Anderson.
She's been great. We talked about her a little earlier too, Jeb. She had the game winner in that Edina game to go to the finals against Minnetonka in the state tournament. And then she had the game winner against Minnetonka in the state tourney. And she had 4 goals back on December 7th. So she has been fantastic, and she's leading their way in points for the Pioneers.
Luke, you had an opportunity to talk to Coach Bill Schaffhauser about some keys to tonight's game.
Yeah, he really stressed puck movement. He said they've been moving it a lot better lately, and they want to continue to develop in that area. Second off, try to keep the game tight. Obviously, it's with Edina. They don't want things to get out of control, because Edina can certainly put some points on the board. And just stay level-headed. You know, it's going to be an intense game for both sides. Just stay level-headed and move your feet. So it should be hopefully a great game on both sides, and we expect it to be that way.
We got an exciting one coming up next. Somebody's O has got to go. The Hornets, the Pioneers. Face-offs next.
Community media, from my point of view, is organic.
It's power.
Public access to me gives me an opportunity to get my word out to the larger community of the town that I can't get to on my own.
This is good programming. This is what people say, well, how come they don't ever write anything good in the news, right? This is the good news.
What we're doing is critical, it's important. We have to stay energized and motivated to do this work in our community, but understand that our real mission is to hold up our part as we encourage others to hold up their part around the planet.
And welcome back to Aldridge Arena as we get set for tonight's matchup between the Pioneers and the Hornets. Luke, both teams undefeated coming in tonight, and the Pioneers have elected to start the freshman goaltender in Anna Goldstein for the Hornets as well.
Yeah, the Hornets will be going with Anna Goldstein in nets, and for Hill, like you said, the freshman netminder Ava Bailey. Only a freshman, but she's been great. They've split times with the netminders this year, the Pioneers have, and they're going to give the freshman the nod. So we'll see what she's got in a big spot tonight.
As we talked about in our pregame, these two met up in the semifinals of the state tournament last year, and Pioneers were victorious in a 2-1 game. Tonight we'll see how both goaltenders come to play, as it should be a tightly contested match. We're underway back for Edina in their own end as they break out smoothly now into the Pioneer end. It's sent in deep by the Hornets, sent around, and now the Pioneers, Laura Anderson, a key player to watch, dropped there and turned over. Shot was deflected. Turnover here, but nicely played off by the Hornets, number 13, Bowlby. Bowlby out of her own corner sends it around. And now Odin. And now up through center. This is Uline for the Hornets. Sent in there. And the Pioneers back to play it. Now from behind her own net, this is Boreen. Tipped around and now into the corner. Klein for the Hornets gives chase. Puck bounced around now. Hornets try to make their way out front. Shot on, but never made its way in on Bailey. Both teams kind of getting a feel for each other here early on. Both teams play very strong defense, so interested to see. Our first stoppage in play here is easily covered up by Bailey.
Yeah, pretty tight both sides there, Jeff. Kind of what we would expect from these two teams, especially early on, kind of feeling each other out. It should be tight early on, and that's what we've seen so far. Some shots from the outside as we take a look at the replay here. But a nice block there by the Lady Pioneers and keeping that outside the perimeter. So it should be tight early going here.
CC Bowlby in the corner now for the Hornets. Battles there with the Pioneer defense. And up on the half wall, they look to break out. It's held in nicely there by the Hornets. Now Pioneers able to come through center. It's sent in, and back to play it is Grace Bowlby for the Hornets. Reverse there, and now Enrique up through center. This one comes out of the zone. Now it's sent into the corner. Laura Anderson will give chase. Behind her own net, Bowlby tied up there by the Pioneers' Featherstone. And out with the puck come the Hornets. Through center, just off the mark, but with some speed, Edina has an opportunity. A nice defensive play there. As the Hornets unable to get a shot on net, but our first close look there here early on in this first period. Now the Pioneers, this is Anderson up through center. She runs over the Hornet player. Shot and a goal! Back the other way. And on comes the Teddy Bears from the crowd. Just like that, the Pioneers strike first.
And a beautiful shot from Featherstone there. She's been out there a lot. She's one of their big goal scorers. And she just beat the netminder Goldstein on the short side up high, making it 1-0 for the Pioneers. As they throw those Bears out on the ice, this could take a while.
Take another look as soon as we have an opportunity. It's a turnover and center ice, left Featherstone all alone. Just her and Goldstein one-on-one, and Featherstone went upstairs over the shoulder under the bar to put the Pioneers up 1-0.
As they clear the Bears off the ice here, we'll get another glimpse of that goal, and that was a beauty, but Probably one Goldstein wants back on that short side there.
Definitely not the start that the head coach Leminski was looking for, but let's take another look here, Luke, at the turnover at the blue line that sent Featherstone in.
And we'll actually take a look here. A nice defensive play there by the Pioneers. And that was stopping it. Then they came right back and got the goal the other way. So good defense on one end. They turn that around and they make that a goal. So 1-0 Pioneers.
As we've got a bit of a delay here with the amount of teddy bears tossed onto the ice after the opening goal there by the Pioneers. So this one off to an early start, much like last night. The Hill Murray boys took on the rival White Bear Lake boys, and Pioneers jumped out to an early lead, ended up going on to win that one 5-2 on 2 goals by Riefenberg for the Pioneer men's squad. Now here tonight, the Lady Pioneers off to an early start on a goal by Lindsay Featherstone. Folks, we want to remind you about Your Business Matters. Your Business Matters on TV 19. Every month, Tom Snell in the White Bear Lake Chamber of Commerce brings in a guest who is either a business owner in White Bear Lake or who has some connection to White Bear. This 20-minute show provides good insight into what issues are affecting many local business owners. Your Business Matters airs every Tuesday at 6 and Friday at 9:30. That's Your Business Matters only on TV 19. As we get back here, we're going to step away as they continue to clean up the ice. So we'll be right back after this. The Pioneers lead it 1-0 on a goal by Featherstone.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And welcome back. Pioneers jump out to an early 1-0 lead from Featherstone. Brief delay as fans littered the ice with some teddy bears in the month of December. Interesting move, but nevertheless, we're back at it here as the Hornets look to answer back as they trail early 1-0.
There's a turnover there from Anna Klein, and the Pioneers send it back deep. As Edina tries to break it out here down the far board, and they'll just dump it in and get a line change here.
Now in for the Hornets is Anna Klein as she's upended behind the net. Play goes on, no call. The Pioneers now look to break out. Held in there nicely by Meyer, and now tipped out through center. Collision there, no call. Pioneers send it in deep. Fresh legs for both squads. And from behind her own net, the Hornets' Hendrickson comes out through center, sends it in. It's cut off there by the Pioneers' Wemple. She sends it around the boards. It's tied up on the half wall now. Sent in, intercepted there by Keppel. Keppel up through center, turned over there, and now Edina back, tipped in the neutral zone, so icing's waved off. And now from out of her own end, this is Mackenzie Steffen through center. Steffen gains the zone, hard into the corner. Tipped around by the Hornets. And now as the Edina Hornets look to break out, this is Uline up through center.
Nice breakout there by the Edina Hornets.
Odin in down low into the corner. It's broken up there by the Pioneer defense. Anderson sends it up. Held in by Edina. And now as they battle through the neutral zone, puck ends up on the stick of Laura Anderson. She's tied up there. Regains possession. Now Anderson from behind the net centers all the way through. Shot right on. And a nice save by Goldstein.
A nice shot from the point. Anderson working around behind the net, getting out to the point, fired it quick, but Goldstein there for the big stop for Edina. Holds on for a whistle.
Anna Goldstein is relied heavily on by the Hornets as she's played the majority of the games this year for the Hornets, and key player that head coach Slominski had touched on in our pregame. Someone to keep an eye out for.
And she's been very good. Her numbers speak to that.
Now the Hornets from behind the Pioneer net try to set up their offense. Both teams very strong defensively. And the Pioneers look to break out through center. It's intercepted there and sent back in by Hendrickson. And the Pioneers, a miscue here. The turnover. And for the Hornets, that was Fiddler who dumps it in and gets off for a change. Now through center. Played back by Balby. As Edina enters the zone. Sent to the net, but easily held on there by Ava Bailey.
And I think Hillmary's done a very good job thus far as limiting those shots to the outside, allowing Bailey to get comfortable early on in a big spot like this, Jeb.
She's seen 3 shots thus far and able to hold on to all. None of them too highly contested, but nevertheless, if you're the Hornets and you go down early, you want to just keep peppering Bailey here and see if you can break the floodgates. Hornets hold the zone. It's sent in deep. Now down behind the net. This is Lance. Lance cycles back down to Bolby. Now all the way up top. This is Grace Bolby. She chips it in and back the other way. It's sent through center, but this one will go for Pioneer icing. 10:24 left to play here. First period. Pioneers lead it 1-0 on a goal by Lindsay Featherstone.
Pretty tight. Edina's going to want to see if they can keep peppering the freshman Bailey and get something in and come back. They don't want to go down 2-0 to Pioneers early.
Sent back here. Puck never made its way in on Bailey, and the Pioneers look to break out. Now Edina sends it up top. Enrique, D to D. It's sent but never made it in to Bailey. Edina doing a nice job on puck possession thus far, but yet they trail 1-0 here early on. From behind her own net, this is Taylor Wemple. Through center, it's tipped there, but this one will once again be called for icing.
Well, Edina controlling the pressure for the last few minutes here, forcing the Pioneers with a couple icings, and it'll come back down for another opportunity for this Hornets team to see if they can't knot this one up at 1.
Face off just to the left of Bailey, won by the Hornets, sent on but deflected out front. And now the Pioneers turned over there, out front, bounced around. We got our first penalty coming up as interference is called on the Pioneers, and we'll get a chance to see the Hornets power play here.
Yeah, another turnover for the Pioneers. Edina almost capitalized on it and forces the Pioneers into taking a bad penalty. And we'll see if Edina can't capitalize with this 5-on-4 opportunity.
Jack Casa called for interference, so 9:34, face-off won by the Hornets. And they look to set up. Bolby sends it down to Fiddler, back up top to Bolby. Shot right on, a save by Bailey. Steered aside to the corner. Edina still holds possession in the zone. It's tied up now behind the Pioneer net. Sent out and down the length of the ice. As Bolby will go back for the Hornets. Grace Bolby through center onto the stick of Emily Oden as she gains the zone. Odin from behind the Pioneer net sends it up top to Bowlby, unable to handle the pass, and Bowlby will have to retreat through center. Pioneers change. Bowlby gains the zone on the half wall. It's left there for Fiddler. Fiddler down low and back to the half wall. Bowlby up top. Shot right on through traffic, never made its way to Bailey. Now Edina out of the corner. Tied up there, it's wrapped around the ice. Fiddler unable to hold. And back to play it for the Hornets is Eva Hendrickson.
Yeah, great play by Mackenzie Steffen on that. Taking the Edina Hornet gal out of the play and getting that out of the zone. Great, fantastic defensive play.
Cece Bowlby loses the handle and back the other way. Anderson sends it the length of the ice. Goldstein's there to play it. And now tied up in the Hornet end. A nice penalty kill here by the Pioneers. Now at center. Edina looking to gain the zone. See what they can salvage with the few seconds remaining in the Edina power play. That'll do it for the Hornet power play. The Pioneers back to full strength. Featherstone, the game's only goal scorer, sends it down low. And now out of the sent out front, shot in the goal! Laura Anderson, the right place, the right time. The Pioneers lead it 2-0 over the Hornets.
Well, some good puck work there and some puck luck as well. Came over to Anderson and she finished it off. Put the Pioneers up 2-0. And just good movement, moving the feet. You saw Featherstone get it down low, centered out front. Good things happen when you get the puck down low.
You touched on it, Luke. The puck luck sometimes goes in your favor if you're in the right place at the right time. And Anderson was sitting on the doorstep. So you take another look here, an easy backhand goal.
Yeah, and that's what good players do. They're always in those right spots. And you see her put it home. 2-0 lead for the Pioneers.
Just over 7 minutes left to play here in the opening period. Pioneers jump out to a 2-0 lead over the undefeated Hornets as they look to crawl back into this one. Pass off the mark. And now it's sent down behind the Pioneer net. Now back to play it is Wemple for the Pioneers. She'll go D to D with Herzog. And now turned over here. Edina sends it back. Enrique far side. And it's sent in by Hendrickson from the Hornets. Wemple held in there nicely. Shot out front and Bailey's able to cover.
She's been eating up those rebounds. Haven't been much second chances for Edina. And she looks like she's getting comfortable in that net.
You know, Luke, early on here, it looks like the Hornets have really controlled the pace of play, the time of possession, but it's the Pioneers that have had obviously the better scoring opportunities and have capitalized on those opportunities.
Absolutely have. It's been mostly in the offensive zone for the Hornets, but two big opportunities and Pioneers not missing. That's been the difference thus far.
Pioneers look to clear the zone here. They do. And now through center, it's cut off there by the Hornets. It's sent the length of the ice. Icing's waved off. And now back to play it behind her own net. Up through center, an opportunity here is Casa in all alone. Shot right on, and Goldstein's there to make the save. She'll pick up a penalty there on the extra whack. The officials were all over it, Luke.
Yeah, we'll take another peek at that. Great opportunity for the Pioneers, but big stop from Goldstein as you see the play here. Fires it, but no rebound. She goes for a whack, although I'm not sure the whistle had blown there, Jeb, but she's going to go to the sin bin for two, and another opportunity for the Hornets.
Face off to the left of Bailey here, and once again won by the Hornets. They've done a nice job of controlling the face-offs here early on. Bowlby from top of the key sends one in, tipped out front, but never made it on to Bailey. Now from the side of the net, Hornets look to set up. Bowlby shot on the half wall, bounced around, and Bailey holds on, and a good opportunity there for Emily Oden, but Ava Bailey was there to make the save.
Nice opportunity for the Hornets, and another one shot, whistle, and no rebound from Ava Bailey.
This one sent, wrapped all around by Wemple. Goes the length of the ice. Hornets are back to play it from their own end. Colby again sends it up, turned over here. And now an opportunity for the Pioneers, but up through center, it'll be sent in. And they'll chew off some more precious time on that Hornet power play. Sent out front, bounced around, now back to the point, shot right on, and it hit Kate Smith. Now the Pioneers controlling the zone. Well, the Hornets here are on a power play. Fiddler tries to go through center, just off the mark. The Pioneers in front of the Hornet bench now.
A great job there by Abigail Barine and Kate Smith, killing off precious seconds in the offensive zone.
Half a minute left here in the Hornet power play, the second one tonight. Looking to cut the lead in half as Hill Murray jumps out to an early 2-0 lead here in our opening period. This ought to do it. It springs Anderson fresh out of the box, but unable to capitalize there. A good defensive play by the Hornets. And now the Hornets from the corner send it down behind the net. And they look to break out. Cece Bowlby from the half wall. Through center now. This is Kilberg. Kilberg drops. Nice play here. A shot right on. It hit Anderson. Now Kilberg from the corner. Battles there. Emily Oden sends it in deep. Now on the half wall. Down to Slattery. Slattery from behind the Pioneers net has the puck knocked off her stick. And sent up the boards there now through center. Just off the mark there, and back the other way is Belvedere for the Hornets. She loses the handle, and now a nice transition there by the Pioneers as they get in deep. Turnover here, Pioneers back to the point. It's sent out front. Trickles wide. Now held in nicely here by Kaufman. And the Hornets the other way. This is Enrique. Now through center. The Hornets with speed. This is Klein, but she loses the handle there. And Castle the other way sends it out front. No one home on that one. Turnover here is Blinkhorn. Goes into the corner. Now puck bounces
Just
around.
missed a nice feed there.
Puck played into the corner now up the half wall. And the Hornets able to elude the zone. Through center, just off the mark for Fiddler. And back to play it are the Pioneers out of their own end. Sent down and around. Keppel is there. Now Steffen from her own end plays it up the half board. Anderson with speed, just unable to get around the Edina defense. Puck into the corner. And now it's battled on the half wall. Minute 20 left to play here in the first period. The Hornets trail 2 as they tie up in the corner here. Now Anderson comes away with it, sent to the point. Anthony plays catch with Anderson. Now Anderson has it knocked off her stick. And through the neutral zone with speed. Hard into the zone is Prater. Prater puts on the brakes. And Goldstein's there to hold on.
The Pioneers coming on of late. Saw some opportunities there from Anderson and Featherstone. Edina hasn't had much of an answer for him, and that was a big penalty kill from the Pioneers.
Just under a minute left to play here in the first period. Face-off will come to the right of Goldstein. It's won by the Pioneers, but unable to hold the zone. Back out of her own end, Kenzie Prater tries to go up the wall. Edina now from behind the Pioneer net. This is CC Bowlby. She'll send it back down low. Now through center. It's tipped there. The chase is on. Boreen battles there with Kilberg. Now Grace Bowlby from her own corner. Sends it down low. Adel up the half wall, far side, just out of the reach for CC Bowlby. Pioneers D to D, and they'll chew up the final seconds here in the first period.
That'll do it, Jeb. Not a bad first period of hockey for the Pioneers as they lead 2-0. Goals from Anderson and Featherstone.
So at the end of one, the Hornets trail 2-0. We'll be back after this with the start of our second period.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Welcome back as we get set to start the second period. The Pioneers jump out to an early 2-0 lead. And Luke, after the first period of play, things are looking pretty good on both sides. Looked like Edina kind of controlled the pace of play, but the Pioneers nevertheless are on top 2-0.
That's right, a lot of offensive zone control for the Hornets. But that Pioneers defense, as they have been all year, limiting the strong opportunities for the Hornets. They haven't had many. There's Laura Anderson. She had a nice goal in that first period, along with her line mate Featherstone. And that's been the line that's powered this Pioneers offense to a 2-0 lead.
Strong play thus far out of the young freshman goaltender Bailey, as Ava Bailey seen a number of shots there in the first period and was able to steer each one aside, and thus far holds on to the shutout here as we get set to start the second period. The Hornets look to change that.
That's right. I think the key for Bailey early on has been controlling those rebounds. Not a lot of second, third chances for the Hornets, and that's limited what they can do with that stifling Pioneers defense.
Earlier in the game, we had the teddy bear toss, which was thanks to the Angel Foundation of Minneapolis that left all the teddy bears on the ice after that first goal by Featherstone. You see her there. Each new teddy bear was bagged in a clear plastic bag, and either team, it ended up being the Pioneers scoring that first goal, and all the teddy bears were tossed onto the ice, collected, and distributed to the local kids that are battling cancer. So a huge thank you to the Angel Foundation of Minneapolis.
And that is a great thing they do, donating those teddy bears to those kids. And
slight delay
nice
here.
Gesture.
Slight delay here as they're making sure the ice is all.
Oh, I think the ice might be a little slippery, Jeb, so they're checking her out.
Folks, we want to remind you to check out our other TV19 shows. Inside Healthcare with Jody Ritaka brings you this monthly show, providing tips and up-to-date info on healthcare issues that often relate to women's health. The show airs every Wednesday and Thursday at 6:30. That's Inside Healthcare, only on Channel 19.
Some good tips on that show, Jeb, with Ritaka.
Well, as they let the ice settle here and get things set up. We're going to step aside. We'll be back with the start of the second period right after this.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday. And I love tacos.
And we're back here as Edina wins the draw. Start out the second period. Bowlby headways in for the Hornets. Hard into the corner, now around. She centers it out front. Shot on there, wide of the net. And now in hard for the Hornets. And back the other way. This is Anderson out of her own end. It creates a 2-on-1. Good back check by the Hornets. Sent right on, and Goldstein's there to make the easy save.
And again, an early opportunity from the Pioneers. That's Anderson. And they've had trouble containing her, but nice stop there by Goldstein, and hangs on. That'll be a face-off in the Pioneers' offensive zone.
Edina, like we've touched on all night, has really controlled most of the play, but Pioneers here with a 2-0 lead. Goals by Featherstone and the elusive Laura Anderson. Puck's played back here. Pioneers unable to hold the zone. And now Steffen from her own end headmans the puck to Blinkhorn. Turned over there and back the other way for the Hornets. Puck comes in. Bailey sends it aside. And Fiddler's unable to hold on. Jack Casa through center. 3-on-2 for the Pioneers. Casa centers, but a good defensive play by Fiddler as she came back with a nice back check. Casa sends it in. The Pioneers are offside. They'll have to check up. And the Hornets regroup from their own end. And now out of their own end, this is Hendrickson for the Hornets. She gains center, and now it's on the stick of Lance. Lance is tied up there in the corner, and CC Bowlby comes in to help. Eva Hendrickson unable to hold. Opportunity here. Anderson all alone. And Goldstein with a big save as Laura Anderson found herself all alone, one-on-one. A huge save by Goldstein.
Big stop there, Goldstein, and guess who again? Laura Anderson making something happen. As we take another peek, she comes in and fires it, but Goldstein up to the task. Keeps it at a 2-0 deficit for those Hornets.
Back behind their own net, this is Uline. Now through center with speed, Emily Oden. Oden down out front, a shot up and over the net. As Bailey was interfered with, no call on the play. The Hornets through center, just off the mark there. Pioneers try to break out here. It's held in by the Hornets. And they regain just off her stick. Grace Bowlby unable to fire. Turned over there and now chipped ahead.
And we could have non-man break here for the Pioneers job.
Back shot on wide of the net. Good opportunity for Steffen, but shot just wide. Now Fiddler headmans the puck. Wemple's there to pick it off. Jack Casa into the zone, tries to center. It's knocked into the corner by the Hornets. Sent around. Now through center. Icing waved off. Wemple back to play it for the Pioneers. Now Kilberg sends it around for the Hornets. Steered aside easily by Bailey. Through center. Icing once again waved off. The Hornets back to play it. This is Hendrickson.
A little surprised they didn't call that one an icing, Jeff.
Now Adel out of her own end. Up through center. The Hornets 3-2, but they send it in and get some fresh legs on the ice. Pioneers headman the puck. Sent in, kicked aside, rebound, unable to get a handle on it. You don't see Anderson miss too often with a wide open net, but just unable to get a handle that time. Now back the other way. This is Lance with a shot right on, and Bailey covers and holds for the whistle.
Well, another big opportunity for the Pioneers. Laura Anderson yet again, but I think the puck was kind of bouncing around and she just couldn't quite get much on it. And there's Bailey as we take a look. She covers it up, and it'll be back in the...
Hornets win the draw. Puck fanned on there at the blue line. It's turned over here now. And back through center. Odin headman's up. Slattery all alone. Penalty coming.
And a beautiful pass to spring the Edina player in for the breakaway, but looks like we're going to have a penalty coming up on the Pioneers, and sometimes they say penalties, smart thing to do. That might have been the case there, Jeb.
Take another look here as Mariah Keppel will go off. 2 minutes for hooking. And like you said, Luke, may have saved a goal. Last night's game, we seen a penalty shot by the White Bear Lake Bears, and nearly an opportunity for one here as the Pioneers had eluded to jump on the puck, but the whistle had blown prior to it.
Looked like Bailey did get her leg on that. Nice stop.
Steffen the other way for the Pioneers, short-handed, sends it in. This one catches the netting, so we'll have a quick stoppage in play. The Hornets with their third power play opportunity here tonight, 0 for 2 thus far. 4 shots totaled on those 2 power plays. We'll see if they can add to their shot total and break this scoreless streak they've got going on here early in the second period. Now up through center, and it's knocked all the way back down by the Pioneers. Back to play it for the Hornets is Bowlby.
Penalty kill and the Pioneers has been very good thus far, right? They actually had quite a bit of offense on the last penalty kill. So see if Edina can't get something going on this attempt. Another opportunity for them.
Fiddler down low, sends it up top. It's sent over far side, sent low again. Fiddler from the side of the net. Shot right on, and Bailey is there to cover. A good opportunity for the Hornets, and Bailey there to answer.
Bailey's been sharp all night. She flashed it again there. Not much on that second chance. She shut the door. Great opportunity for the Hornets.
Face-off will come to the right of Bailey. The Hornets have been dominant tonight on the face-offs as they win this one, and now set up on the far wall. CC Bowlby up top. It's turned over there. Held in nicely by the Hornets. Hendrickson. And now Hendrickson will send it into the corner. As CC Bowlby sets up. Bowlby far side. Adel sends one in that never made it on to Bailey. Puck's tied up in the corner. As they battle on the far wall here. Adel knocks it down, and the Pioneers send it the length of the ice. Just about 15 seconds remain in the Hornets' third power play.
Pioneers really bottling up what Edina wanted to do at the end of that power play. Looks like that should about wrap it up, and another kill by the Pioneers.
Bowlby through center now, gains the Pioneer zone, sends it down and around, and back to play it for the Pioneers is Herzog. Herzog headmans the puck to Boreen. It's turned over there, and now the Hornets in. Tried to make a move with Slattery, but a good defensive play by Tucker. And now up through center, unable to hold the zone. The Pioneers clear, and back to play it for the Hornets is Grace Bowlby. Bowlby through center, gains the zone. Now center's out front. Broken up there by the Pioneers. Now back to play it is Herzog. Herzog and Wemple play catch. Herzog through center. Out of the stick is Steigoff. And Steigoff sends it in, easily steered aside by Goldstein. And now the Hornets send it out. Delayed penalty coming here on the Pioneers as Mackenzie Steffen's going to go for interference, and we'll get ourselves another Hornet power play.
Yeah, it looked like she kind of got there a little early and hooked up with the Edina player skating for possibly a breakaway, but she impeded her progress. We're going to have another power play for Edina. This is their 4th of the game. See if they can't find the jackpot this time.
Boreen and Fiddler on the draw. Fiddler wins it for the Hornets. Sent back to Bowlby. Now Bowlby at the top sends one in right on, and Bailey's there to hold on.
Another opportunity out near the point. No rebound from Bailey. He's awfully good at limiting those second chance opportunities. Saw it again there.
Fiddler on the draw once again, wins it. Bowlby sends it over. Back door, they look for Fiddler, unable to connect. And now it's sent the length of the ice by Featherstone. And back to play it for Edina is Grace Bowlby. Sent there now, around with speed as Emily Oden gains the zone. Now into the corner, Oden looks to set up. Sent far side onto the stick of Fiddler. Fiddler sends one in wide of the net. Now Oden on the half wall, turns it over. Opportunity here for Prater. Prater in, a shot and a huge save by Goldstein. The Pioneers short-handed with a good opportunity there, but Goldstein answered the bell. Now Slater returns it over to Anderson. Outlet pass just out of the mark for Abigail Boreen. The Pioneers continue to chew away at this power play. Now through neutral is Kilberg for the Hornets. Kilberg in, shot just off the mark. Sent around and into play it for the Pioneers. Turned over there. Edina looks to set up. CC Bowlby's knocked down, no call. Puck sent into the corner, and back to play it is Rachel Herzog for the Pioneers. 16 seconds left in the Hornet power play. Herzog out of her own end. 3-on-2 for the Pioneers, but Herzog just sends it in. Both gals go off for a change. And that should do it for the Hornet power play. 0 for 3 here tonight. Bailey's been good thus far, Luke.
She's been fantastic. That's why Edina still sits scoreless. Another power play opportunity gone to the dust. And another big kill from the Pioneers with some big offensive opportunities. Prater playing great D and then transitions, comes in on a breakaway and a big stop from Goldstein to keep it a 2-0 game. Great effort from Prater there, Jeff.
Offsides was called as Oden stepped in early. Face-off won by the Pioneers, one of the few here tonight. Now Edina through the neutral zone, just off the skate. Hard into the zone. This is Anderson. Anderson centers. It's Featherstone got a stick on it, but just wide of the net. Sent up top now to Steffen. Steffen and Anderson give and go. A nice play, but unable to get a shot on net. Featherstone from behind the Hornets net. And now Edina sends it through neutral. Both teams get some fresh skaters, and back for the Pioneers is Keppel. Sent up through neutral. This one will go for icing. Get us a stoppage in play with just under 7 minutes left here in the second period. The Pioneers lead it 2-0.
It's been back and forth. We had some good opportunities 5-on-5 there for the Pioneers. They haven't seen many 5-on-5s this period, Jeb. They've been in the doghouse back-to-back there for the last 4 minutes. But now Edina again back in the offensive zone of the Pioneers.
The puck comes through neutral. Edina with a good neutral zone transition as they're back into the Pioneers' end. Back to play it for the Pioneers is Henthron. It's turned over there. Now behind the Pioneer net. Edina looks to cut this lead in half if they're just unable to beat Bailey thus far. She's played well.
Yes, she has. She's made some big stops and frustrated these Edina Hornets through the first period and a half.
Hendrickson gives it over to Adel, and now Adel through center, nearly intercepted. And back the other way, this is Klein. Klein, and it sends one, and it's tipped out front by Fiddler, but Bailey was all over it. As we get another stoppage in play here for icing. Good opportunity there for Lolita Fiddler, one of the Hornets' top scorers, but Bailey was there to answer.
Yeah, great effort redirecting that puck, fully stretched out there. Great effort, and another stop from Ava Bailey as we take another peek here. You've seen the Edina player there. That was Olivia Kilberg going down on the puck.
Now the Pioneers from their own end look to break out here through center. Anderson now 2-on-1 opportunity is wide open as Kate Smith, and unable to get the puck to her was Anderson from the corner. Net's bumped off the Morning, so quick stoppage in play. 5.5 minutes left here in the second period. Gil Murray leads it 2-0. Take a look at Goldstein, the netminder for the Hornets. He's been solid tonight. Now back from her own end, this is Grace Bowlby. Bowlby sends it over. Enrique. Tip through center, and now the Pioneers regain possession. Wemple from her own end. And Anderson unable to get a handle on it. Turned over there. And Featherstone sends it in deep. Pioneers change. Grace Bowlby from behind her own net sends it up through center. And once again turned over by the Pioneers. Edina sends it in. They'll elect for a change. Back to play it is Taylor Wemple. Wemple through center. Headman's to Casa. And turned over there. Edina tries to spring Fiddler, but unable to connect. And now hard into the net. An opportunity for Boreen, but a good defensive play by the Hornets. And back the other way. This is Klein. And they're in offside as Kilberg was just a step early.
And a big push there from the Pioneers. Wemple getting it up there quickly, but just not quite enough to get that one back onto the net and onto Goldstein. And we'll have a face-off just outside the defensive zone of the Pioneers.
Puck deflected out there, nearly took out the
look out.
Assistant coach Autumn Nelson. Good reaction there by her.
Got to be on your toes down there.
Certainly. Edina wins the draw. They send it in deep. Back to play it for the Pioneers is Keppel. Now the puck bounces around. Keppel again from behind the net. Now taken over by Henthrone. She headmans the puck. And up through center with speed are the Pioneers. And this one's centered, no one home. Sent down low again by Steffen. Now Edina turns it over. Back the other way with speed. Hendrickson gains the red line and sends it in. Scoreless second period here. 3.5 minutes left thus far. Edina continues to pressure, but the freshman Bailey has been solid thus far and has held them scoreless. Puck's knocked around here. This one will go for icing with 3:15 left to play.
Well, you said it, Jeb. Bailey has been on point tonight, and she certainly gets some help from that Pioneers defense. They are known for their shutdown defense. And they've continued their hot streak on the penalty kill as well, Jeb. They're still 100% with 4 kills tonight.
Edina again wins the draw here. Turned over there. Featherstone got a stick on it. Puck comes out. And now Featherstone gains possession. Nice job there. Opportunity shot right on. Goldstein with a kick save. And it's sent into the corner. Now back the other way, Odin for the Hornets. Sent through center, nearly turned over there. And now Laura Anderson into the zone, makes a move, down low, bounced around, and Goldstein's able to get a glove on it.
couple more great opportunities from the big guns on the Pioneers. Featherstone with a great play. And then we'll take a look here. Laura Anderson with some nifty handwork, but just not enough room. Runs out. Goalie holds on for a whistle here.
Good position by Goldstein there to cut off the angle for the electric Anderson. And really score from just about anywhere. Now the Hornets from their own end. This is Hendrickson, sends it rink wide. Now CC Bowlby through center. Knocked down there by Fiddler. She's upended. Now hard after it. A good hustle there by Meyer, but unable to come up with it. Pioneers send it up the half wall, and it's held in there nicely by the Hornets. And now down behind her own net is Prater. Now up through center. Addles there to slam it back home and back to play it for the Pioneers. Turnover here, an opportunity for the Hornets. One-timer just off the mark for Fiddler. Probably their best scoring chance here tonight, but Fiddler unable to get a good solid shot off.
And guess who? Laura Anderson on the big back check there to limit that opportunity.
Turned over here at the blue line, and now through center. Featherstone sends it in for the Pioneers. Back to play it is Grace Bowlby. Now Bowlby up through center. Anna Klein as it turned over. Pioneers have numbers, 3-on-2. Set up for Featherstone. Shot right on, and a save by Goldstein. And then able to corral her rebound. Let's take another look at the near miss by the Hornets.
Yeah, you take a look. They tried to get that over to Fiddler there, but a big play by Laura Anderson. I think she broke that up before it got any worse. So very big play by Anderson to keep it 2-0.
Could have been a game changer there as the Hornets just trail by 2. One of the toughest leads to keep in hockey, as they say. But nevertheless, it remains a 2-0 lead for the Pioneers as we come under a minute. And in hard was Slattery, but shot just off the mark there. And now the Pioneers look to clear through center. Touch there, icing waved off. Back to play it is Hendrickson for the Hornets as she goes D to D with Adel. And now Adel up through center. 25 seconds remain here in the second period. And it's sent through neutral zone. Icing waved off. Taylor Wemple back to play. Wemple headmans. And it's turned over there by the Pioneers. And now the Hornets. Bowlby ties it up behind the Edina net. And that should do it for the second period.
Oh, another tight period there. Opportunities both ways, but so far Bailey and company have held the Hornets off the board, and it's 2-0, the Hill Murray Pioneers.
In the books, a scoreless second leaves us Hill Murray 2, Edina nothing. We'll be back with our third period after this. And welcome back to Aldridge Arena as we get set to start our third period. The Pioneers lead it 2-0 in 2 first period goals. Scoreless second period. Here we are getting ready to start the third, Luke.
Yeah, a couple strong periods for the Pioneers. Ava Bailey's been fantastic, the freshman in net, keeping the Hornets off the board, and it's 2-0. Edina's going to need to see if they can't get something going early on, I think, and get it by Bailey.
Been a strong game played by both sides. The Hornets have definitely had their fair share of shots, actually edged the Pioneers thus far in shots by 4 with a total of 19. And the Pioneers on the other side with 2 period total of 17, so very even game. But definitely Bailey, the freshman, has been the difference maker thus far.
Yeah, we'll take a quick look at the keys of the game. Puck movement, I think for the most part, Hill's Murray's done a good job doing that, you know, moving those feet. And obviously they've been in the box a bit, but that penalty kill has came up big for him along with Ava Bailey. So moving into the third period, I think they've done a decent job with those keys to the game, and it's showing on that scoreboard.
They've certainly played poised and haven't let the excitement of the game and two teams undefeated coming into tonight's matchup really get the best of them. They've looked very poised as both teams have looked solid, but thus far Bailey's been the difference maker. As we get set here to start the third period, the Hornets through neutral zone. It'll be sent in there by Slattery, and back to play it for the Pioneers is Steffen on the half wall. Now Featherstone over to Steffen. She plays catch there, and now Anderson through center. Nearly turned over there, but out of her own end and sent in deep is Kate Smith for the Pioneers. Both teams change, and now the Hornets from their own end look to break out. Oden through center, headmans to Fiddler. Fiddler has it taken away by the Pioneers. Now up through center with speed. It's sent in there by Blinkhorn. And back to play it is Boreen for the Pioneers. Battle on the half wall, held in nicely by the Pioneers. And now Edina has numbers back the other way. This is Fiddler. Fiddler loses the handle, now regains a shot right on. It's bounced around. Bailey able to get a pad on it. Now out front. Bailey out front.
Yeah, it looks like they whistled that there, Jeb, but I think that puck was rolling around into the back of the net. But Bailey with some big stops there gets the whistle, and I think the Pioneers lucked out a bit on that one.
The Hornets certainly could have used the luck of the break there, but I think the official lost sight of it as we take another look.
Yeah, you see the puck coming around. It kind of deflects back. Big stop by Ava. Turns back around. Edina gets another shot. She's up to the task, and you see it there. You know, didn't get quite a good look at it, Jeb, but they dodged a bullet there.
So a big break for the Pioneers as they hold on to a 2-0 lead here early in the third. The Hornets looking to open the floodgates here on Ava Bailey. Up through center, back to play it for the Pioneers is Herzog. And now Herzog will send it just off the mark there. And a turnover here. Featherstone fires just wide of the net. Sent up now. Featherstone again with speed. Featherstone shot blocked there by the Hornet defender.
And Featherstone's been all over in this game. A couple more opportunities there.
Sent in there by Bowlby. Back around the net. The Pioneers look to break out. Up through center. Featherstone again will send it deep. Back to play it is Grace Bowlby for the Hornets. On the half wall, it's knocked out there. Now hard after it is Anna Klein. Caught up in the equipment of Slattery there. Now Pioneers back the other way through center. Just off the mark for Peterson. Now Regan. Hornets send it around. Slattery on the half wall, unable to handle it. Hendrickson there. Now the Pioneers from the corner center. Unable to connect there, and back to play it is Keppel for the Pioneers. Up through center. Nice transition there as Blinkhorn gains the zone. Blinkhorn fires. It's deflected into the corner. And Meyer now for the Hornets on the half wall. Sent up there wide of the net by Steffen. And back to play it is Enrique for the Hornets. And sent right on. And Goldstein's there to cover. We take a look at the standings here. We brought to you in our pregame, the Metro East standings, Luke.
Yeah, that's right. Hill Murray on top, 7-0 overall. You got North Tartan in second overall, 6-3. And you got Simley and Sibley down on the bottom to round things out. But Hill Murray on top early, Jeb.
Should be a great season. We had the luxury of covering a couple of the newly North Tartan co-op games early on this year, and we went 1-1 in our broadcast, but a lot of the gals from both North Tartan and this Hill Murray roster all grew up playing in the same organization, so it'll be fun to see how these games turn out as the season progresses. Back to play in the Hornets' end. Cassa's hard after it as her and Adel battle. Hornets come away with a turnover here. Boreen inside. Cassa just off the mark. A nice passing there in tight spaces. Pioneers just missed, making this a 3-0 game.
And a great opportunity for Cassa there in a real heady play, but just fired it wide.
Now on the far side, Adel battles there. And Pioneers come away with it, sent right on, and Goldstein holds. Let's take a look at the Lake standings where Edina plays out of, Luke.
Yeah, that's quite the powerhouse conference. You got Wayzata on top, Minnetonka 8-0-1, and Edina 6-0-0. Eden Prairie and Hopkins rounded out, but a very strong conference top to bottom.
Certainly is a tough conference to come out of, but nevertheless, usually one of the front runners, whoever comes out of that conference. Back the other way, Fiddler for the Hornets. She's ridden off the puck there. Good defensive play by the Pioneers. It's Anderson back to make the play. And now Smith sends it down. And on the half wall, it's out to Anderson. Anderson with speed. She's got Featherstone with her. Into the corner, she tips it ahead to Featherstone out front. A shot and a huge save by Goldstein.
And a beautiful setup there, Jeb, and as you stated, a massive save from Goldstein to keep this 2-0.
Kate Smith nearly made it a 3-0 game, but Goldstein with a huge glove save to keep the Hornets in this one.
Yeah, point blank opportunity for Smith.
Now through center, Bowlby headmans the puck. Slattery puts on the brakes, sends it back. It's sent out front, bounced around. Now out through center, it's tipped there. It'll come in on Goldstein, and she'll cover. We'll have a stoppage in play.
Well, a good opportunity for the Pioneers there, Jeb. And remember to like us on social media. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TV19sports. Follow us along on Twitter at twitter.com/TV19sports for all the latest local sports action.
Now through center, the Hornets send it in deep, and to give chase is Emily Oden. There's Oden and Slattery there. Slattery comes away with it. And now Taylor Wemple for the Pioneers from her own end. Wemple headmans just off the mark there. Fiddler is in just a tad early. It puts the Hornets in offside. Quick stoppage in play.
Well, Jeb, what do you think these Hornets need to do to try to solve Bailey in these next couple minutes? The time is winding down on us here.
Yeah, absolutely, Luke. I think, you know, thus far the game plan in TAC has been a good one by the Hornets. I can't say I would change much. They've been getting pucks to the net. It's just the difference maker has been Bailey in her strong defensive play thus far. I think the only thing the Hornets could maybe do different is just try to get more bodies to the net along with firing the puck. Try to create some chaos out front and tap in a garbage goal.
I'd agree with that. Maybe get a little lady luck. Keep firing away in front of Bailey, but she's been brilliant thus far.
Pioneers through center here as Steffen gains the zone. Steffen down around, sends it out front. No one home for the Pioneers. And now back behind the net. Henthrone is there. Tied up there by Hendrickson for the Hornets as they break out through center. Emily Oden with speed gains the zone, upended, no call on the play. And that one will come outside. And that'll be whistled down for offsides. Folks, we want to remind you to check out our other TV19 shows, Local Image, with your host, Judy Skis Voss. You can find out who's who in our Northeast metro suburbs or see what else may be new in the area. Local Image airs every Tuesday at 5 and 11 p.m. and every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 and 11 p.m. Watch Local Image only on TV 19.
Oh, that's a fun one, Jeff.
Back at it here through center. Hornets are there to gain the zone. Now Pioneers turn it over here. Casa gains the zone. She drops it there for Anderson. Has her pocket picked. And the Hornets through center. Tipped in there, but unable to hold. Pioneers with a good transition. And it's sent in. Hard after it is Kilberg for the Hornets. And now up the far wall. Casa unable to handle that one. And Fiddler all the way back. Now the Hornets from their end. Enrique up to Fiddler through center. It's picked off there by Boreen. And once again, a stoppage in play as the Hornets were in offside.
And I think the Pioneers have done a very good job this period limiting Edina with their touches. They've been all over them, bottling them up. And not too many opportunities thus far for Edina. Exactly what the Pioneers want with this 2-0 lead.
Absolutely. Back to play it here is Enrique for the Hornets. It goes far side to Hendrickson. She mans the puck. Now turned over in the neutral zone. And the Pioneers. D to D is Wemple. Can't hold on. And now Lance in hard with a couple of Pioneers all over it. She sends it low to CC Bowlby. Bowlby behind the Pioneer net. Tries to center. Unable to connect there, but a good job by Bowlby gaining position. And this one comes all the way out. Now Grace Bowlby. Far side. Good move there. Shot right on, just wide of the net. Back to play it is Adel for the Hornets. Adel holds the zone. Sent into the corner, no call out front as Wemple and Odin tied up. Now held in nicely by Bowlby. Shot blocked down out front by Herzog.
Another blocked shot for that Hillary defense. They've been doing that all night.
Lindsay Featherstone with speed through center. Unable to hold there. And now the Hornets the other way. A turnover at the neutral zone. And Blinkhorn. Now into the zone for the Hornets. That was Klein with a shot right on. Steered aside by Bailey. Now Boreen with speed. 3-on-2 for the Pioneers. Tries to center. It's picked off there by Hendrickson. Rattled around, and now the Hornets come through center. With speed, Anna Klein sends one on, and a nice glove save. And Ava Bailey will hold on.
Well, very smart play there as we take another look from Anna Klein. She uses the defender as a screen, but Bailey snuffing that one out and makes another nice stop. He has been on point. And we're going to have timeout here, Jeb, and talk things over.
Folks, we want to remind you to check out other TV 19 shows. Inside Healthcare with Jody Ritaka brings you this monthly show providing tips and up-to-date info on healthcare issues that often relate to women's health. The show airs every Wednesday and Thursday at 6:30. That's Inside Healthcare only on TV 19. Well, Luke, just over 6 minutes left to play here.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a game thus far, and the Pioneers are right where we're at. And remember, if you want to volunteer with On Location TV 19, call Arlen Becker at 651-747-3821, or send him an email, Arlen at onlocationtv.org. It's a great opportunity. We like to have a good time here, Jeb. You see our cameraman there. We couldn't thank them enough. He's loving this, dancing to the grooves. We thank all of our volunteers for the great work they do. Couldn't do much without them. So, great opportunities.
Absolutely. You can see
And we're rocking the house tonight at Aldrich.
See our camera folks having some fun there as they're right below us here tonight, bringing us all the great action. But like you said, Luke, always looking for folks to help out and put on a broadcast. Great little item to throw on your resume for if you like to be a part of this industry. Back at it, just under 6 minutes left to play. Edina trying to break the scoreless 2 periods here. As Hill Murray comes out of their own end with speed, it's sent in deep, and back to play it is Adel for the Hornets. Fiddler now on the half wall, tries to headman. She's able to, and now Anna Klein sends it ringside. Slattery in hard, but taken off nicely there. And Rachel Herzog headmans the puck just off the mark for Casa. Icing is waved off. Now hard into the zone is Blinkhorn and Boreen. Boreen on the half wall, tries to go low. Turned over there, and back the other way is Lance for the Hornets. Now through center, Slattery. Turned it over there. Pioneers try to center there, and it's knocked down out front. And the Hornets back the other way. Slattery, tail end of her shift, a little out of it. Tries to dump in and switch, and it's knocked down there. And sent in deep by Anna Klein. Fiddler from the corner tries to center. Now Fiddler, top of the circle, tried to go low, and is broken up there nicely by Wemple for the Pioneers.
Yeah, great defensive play there, and they've just been bottling this Hornets offense this entire period, it seems.
From the half wall, turned over there. Fiddler through center, just off the mark. The Hornets will change, and back to play it is Kenzie Prater for the Pioneers. Edina unable to hold the zone. And now through center with speed. CC Bowlby, but she had the puck knocked away as she entered the zone. Featherstone on the near side, sends it up. And it's held in there by the Hornets. And now Featherstone comes out of the pack with the puck. She gains the Hornets zone on the half wall, tries to center, it's turned over there. Emily Oden goes far side. Now CC Bowlby will send it in.
And you got to start to wonder, Jeb, when they might start nodding over at Goldstein there and get that extra gal out on the ice.
They're going to have to start taking some chances. The Pioneers have been very, very defensively sound here in the final period. They lead it 2-0. 3 minutes left to play here. As Anna Klein headmans. And now back to play it is Hendrickson for the Hornets. On the half wall. Out of the zone. And now with speed. Klein sends it in. Klein centers. Puck bounced around. Never made it to Bailey. Casa sends it down low. Wemple's there to play. Wemple up through center. That one gets by Bowlby. Now Bowlby's back in her own end. Benefited there as she knocked the stick out of the Pioneers' hands. Sent in through center. Opportunity here. Shot right on. And a great save by Bailey. Is Lance for the Hornets. Had a great look. Top of the circles. But Bailey was there to shut the door.
Absolutely was, Jeb. Leah Lance coming in with a point-blank shot. She let that one rip, and as she has been all night, Bailey with a big stop there. And we'll have another timeout here, Jeb.
So as Edina takes a break, let's take another look there as Lance from the top of the circle, point blank. But Ava Bailey, as she's done all tonight, was there to answer the bell.
Just great positioning, comes out and shuts that down on a big opportunity at a big point in the game.
2:14 left to play. The Pioneers trying to hold on as they lead it by 2. Edina calls the timeout.
That's right. We got a timeout here. And while we do take a timeout, I'd like to invite you to find us on Facebook and Twitter. Find us at facebook.com/TV19sports. Like us there. Go check us out on Twitter. Twitter.com/TV19sports for all your latest local sports action. Facebook and Twitter.
Keep up to date on our Fab Five. The Pioneers here from Hill Murray. You can see their decorated history.
Hannah Brandt, Miss Hockey 2012. She was a phenom for the Pioneers. And they've collected a couple state championships these last 2 years, Jeb. It's been a successful turnaround for this girls hockey program over the last few years.
Lady Pioneers, much like the boys Pioneers, a decorated school. It's
Edina makes the move in net there, Jeb, and Goldstein's going to come out.
So Edina pulls their goalie with just over 2 minutes left to play. They're looking to break the scoreless 2 periods here. Is on the half wall here. Emily Oden sets up. Plays catch with Boldy. And now Oden from the half wall sends one deep. Back door just off the mark there as Anna Klein was unable to get a stick on it. Shot through traffic, never made its way to Bailey. And on the half wall, Boldy. Edina's unable to hold the zone. Back to play it is Grace Boldy. She leaves it there for Cece Boldy. Cece gains the zone. Now sends it low. Anna Klein is there. Sent out front. Pioneers turn it over. And out through center. An opportunity here for Casa as she tries to center over to Blinkhorn. Selfless play there by Casa. Nevertheless was able to chew away some of the clock. Bolby back to play it for the Hornets. Tied up there.
And Blinkhorn doing a great job there, running that clock down and tying that puck up. Under a minute remaining now in this game.
Sent on, knocked down there by the Hornets. Oden as she sends it through center. And it freed up Fiddler, but just offside. Lucky she wasn't called for a delay.
You know, we heard the whistle there, Jeb. I'm not sure what happened or why she fired that shot. I think that's probably not something you want to be doing.
Got away with one there. I think the refs gave him the benefit of the doubt. Losing by 2, usually you'll see a delay a game or a sportsmanlike conduct there, but 49 seconds remain here. The Hornets trail by 2 as they try to spoil the shutout for the young Ava Bailey. Just a freshman. This one on and just wide of the net. That'll go for icing as the Pioneers nearly sealed the deal there. Take a look there at Grace Bolby. The Bolby sisters are 2 key components to this Hornets team. One a forward, one a defenseman. Both of them very talented. Sent over here, Bolby, the one-timer, and it's tipped up into the netting by Bailey. So we get a stoppage in play.
And she's just been seeing everything tonight. On par. And you said it, Jeb. It's been tough sledding here for Edina to get anything into that net with the way Bailey's playing.
Fiddler takes the draw, is able to win it for the Hornets. Bolby's there to hold the zone. And Pioneer is able to clear the center. Bolby goes cross ice to Oden, just off the mark. And now Grace Bolby from her own end. 10 seconds remain in this one as they try to headman to Fiddler. Fiddler from the corner sends it out front. No one home. And that'll do it. So the Pioneers at home 2, the Hornets 0. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Most party fouls, not a big deal. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
And welcome back to Aldrich Arena, where the Hill Murray Pioneers victorious 2-0 over the Edina Hornets in what was a very impressive performance from this Hill Murray team. They got early goals in the first period from Featherstone along with Laura Anderson, and then the defense and the goaltending took over from there. Ava Bailey, the freshman from Hill Murray, had a fantastic game. And we have our Jeb Brand down with her rinkside to get a couple words. Send it down to Jeb with Ava Bailey.
Thank you, Luke. I'm here tonight with the winning goaltender for the Hill Murray Pioneers, number 1, Ava Bailey. Ava, what were some of the things that you did tonight? Both teams are undefeated coming into tonight's game, a huge matchup. What were some of the things you did prior to tonight's game to get ready?
Well, I like to juggle, and I have some vision stuff that I work on before every game in practice. And I warmed up with my team, listened to some music, and got out there and played.
Absolutely, a fantastic game for you tonight, facing 32 shots, stopping all 32 shots. They were firing at you from all angles. What were some things that you did to stay focused as sometimes your guys' offense really dominated play in the neutral zone? What were some of the things you did to keep focus once they came in and started peppering you?
I just tried to stay on angle and be in the right position and help my teammates out because they were helping me, and they got 2 goals right off the bat, which was really nice. So it kind of just led on, and I just tried to focus in on the next shot every time, and that seemed to work for me.
Absolutely. Only a freshman. You get the start tonight. Like I said, 32 shots saved. Can you talk a little bit about some of the senior leadership, in particular, number 3, Laura Anderson's been a key player for you guys, not only last year leading the Pioneers to a state title, but also this year. What can you say about some of the leadership that she shows with the team?
I love Laura. She's always smiling and laughing, and I've never, even when she falls on the ice or gets hurt, she's always laughing and smiling. And it's just really nice to have someone to look up to who knows what they're doing and has been on the team. And to get to work with someone like that and stay positive all the time is really extremely fun.
Well, great job tonight. Best of luck in the rest of the season. The Pioneers go off to 8-0 now as they beat the Edina Hornets tonight at home. The final score 2-0. We'll send it back up to you, Luke.
Thanks, Jeb, and that was alongside Ava Bailey, the freshman Pioneer goaltender, who was sensational tonight en route to a 32-save shutout. Well, that'll just about do it for us here at Aldrich Arena, where the Hill Murray Pioneers again victorious 2, the Edina Hornets 0. Good night.